Hi everyone, this is Darren here, and in this particular video, I'll be sharing with you exactly how you can have better delivery skills when you are delivering your planned response. Now, suppose that you've already crafted your content, you have already structured them using some of the techniques that we have shared with you in the earlier videos. How do you exactly deliver effectively? Now, when we talk about delivery, would be the choice of words and non-words. That means the non-verbal communication cues, like using your voice, using eye contact, using perhaps some form of hand gestures. Now let's first talk about vocabulary. Vocabulary, the choice of words, literary devices, rhetorical questions. Vocabulary would often refer to the choice of words that best describes that situation, best describes that emotion, best describes that particular noun, best describes that place, best describes the person. And words itself, they do have degree. For example, if I say that, I'm very happy to do this, I'm happy to do my part for the environment. When we talk about happy, it's just one word, but it can come in many different degrees. For instance, happy is one, and the next one would be excited, the next one could be ecstatic, the next one could be euphoric. So choose the word that best fits the degree of the emotion, the degree and the extent of how much you want to describe the place as well as the person. That's vocabulary. Then the next one is to use literary devices to beautify. What's the point in using literary devices like your simile? Oh, he's as smart as. Oh, this is as big as. You are as light as. Why do people use similes or metaphor? You're my rock. Yeah, to many students, parents are their rocks. Yeah, why do we use metaphor? We use literary devices because they allow us to visualize. It's a very good form of imagery. Helps us to visualize exactly how things are going to be like. If I just tell you that, my parents are my pillar of support, it can be a little bit more plain as compared to, my mom is my rock. My mom's been there with me through thick and thin. That is great, right? So you can make use of literary devices. And the final one is to use rhetorical questions. Rhetorical questions are questions where you ask the audience and you don't need the audience to reply. How do you engage the audience? If you look at the judging criteria and the learning objectives, one of the things is whether or not you are able to engage your listener. One of the things that they're looking out for is whether you can engage your audience. And how do you engage? Is to switch them from just listening and receiving passively to reflecting. So how do you get the audience to reflect? And that's by asking rhetorical questions. For instance, when was the last time we actually said I love you to our parents? Now saying this, you don't need the audience to reply, but they reply mentally as well. Yep. So make use of vocabulary, literary devices, and rhetorical questions to help beautify and enrich and enliven your delivery.